How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I do have for you guys 2 games of ranked seasons. I will be using an all 99 overall lineup in this first game. We have 99 Kershaw on the mound, Tony Gwynn, Willie Mays, Lou Gehrig, Rodgers, Hornsby, George Brett, Roberto Alomar, Ricky Henderson, and Pudge Rodriguez. This opponent has a very good team with his ace on the mound as well, 99 Justin Verlander. And let's go ahead and get right into the action. We have Tony Gwynn leading off this game with a solid base hit right out of Rodgers Hornsby's reach. That was a nice changeup on the lower part of the zone, and the opponent went down and got that one, got it for a base hit. I ended up walking Alex Bregman, who was his 3 or 4 hole hitter, and it brought up Joe Morgan, who almost bloops one in over George Brett. But look at George Brett getting to that ball, making that play. Nice animation there. Now we have Tony Gwynn up, starting this game off for ourselves. He's going to go ahead and line out to center field. Definitely a solid squared up hit, but might have been a little bit early on that outside pitch and hit it right to center field. If I hit that into the gap, that's a leadoff double. But Willie Mays is picking up the team with a base hit. And that's going to bring up Lou Gehrig, who I also lined out to left field with. Bringing up Rodgers Hornsby, 2 down. I was looking for a fastball low in the zone. I squared that one up, but lined out to right field as well. So I got a couple hard hit balls in the first inning, 3 lineouts, and that 1 base hit from Willie Mays. Definitely a good start. Consistently squaring up the ball is exactly what I'm looking to do, even though I didn't quite get the results that I was looking for in the first inning. Now we have to kind of pitch and try to minimize with this opponent. He has a lot of good speed towards the end of his lineup. He also has Yadier Molina, one of the better catchers in this game. That's who is up right now. I went with the 12-6 curveball and got him to hit it to Roberto Alomar. He makes the easy play there. And that's going to bring up George Brett in the 5 hole, one of my best hitters. And he's going to hit a nice ground ball. Got on top of that pitch up in the zone, but that gets through the right side there, and that's going to allow him to get on first base. Ricky Henderson is up, and I got jammed right here, broke the bat. I'm not really sure what Frank Thomas was doing, but sometimes at first base, Frank Thomas can be a little crazy over there. He lets that ball get by him, and that is going to count as a base hit. Later on in the inning, Pudge Rodriguez squaring that one up, sending it into the gap. I don't really know what my base runners are doing at this point. I was holding L1 the entire time. I probably should have manually selected the base that I wanted them to run to, but at the same time, I don't really know what causes that. They might have thought the ball was going to be caught, or it potentially could have been caught, and maybe he had a bad route. I'm not really sure, but Clayton Kershaw is cashing in another run, so that's big. I was able to get that next run in. I might have been able to score it on that double from Pudge. But now we just have to pitch with the lead, 2 runs with Frank Thomas up. I wanted to challenge him. I probably should have pitched around him like I was planning on doing. It was a 3-1 count, and I tried to challenge him with a fastball up in the zone. He sends it out the opposite field for a no-doubter, and then I was able to get his creative player out the very next batter. We give up the 1 run. I wanted to make the opponent earn it, and I didn't want to put the tying run at the plate, being his creative player with Frank Thomas on first. However, he was able to hit the home run, so it's a 2-1 game. Started the next inning off with another line out from Willie Mays. So I'm hitting the ball hard so far in this game. Another line out from Lou Gehrig, so that's 2 in this one. Every single time I've gotten up to the plate with Lou Gehrig, I have hit a hard line drive or a home run, an extra base hit. The card is absolutely amazing. He hits everything hard no matter what, and just has a really nice swing, a great PCI size, and I know I'm only playing on all-star difficulty, but the more I try this card out, the more I really like him. So anyway, this opponent is knocking a base hit with Alex Bregman up the middle. I walked him in his first at-bat, and now I knew why he was batting at the top of his lineup. He's definitely a good hitter for this dude, and was able to get Mike Trout on the double play the very next batter. I didn't know if the opponent held R2 on that pitch, but for whatever reason, there was a little bit of lag, and I left that changeup over the middle of the plate. But the following inning, Roberto Alomar is knocking a double the other way. A little bit of an opposite field base hit. I didn't quite get the PCI on that one, and I was a little bit late, but went the other way with it pretty nicely. And Ricky Henderson's going to pick up Roberto Alomar, knock a base hit. I wasn't able to score him just because it was a little bit too shallow out there in right field. And I have Pudge coming up, so I'm not really worried about the double play. He has 72 speed. I have 99 speed on first, so I can always do a steal. But I hit the base hit up the middle, scored another run. This play was pretty crazy. I was trying to do a suicide squeeze, like sacrifice bunt type of thing with Kershaw, but I guess I pressed the bunt button too late, and he went with the pitch out. He tried to drag bunt, and I ended up being safe all around, which is pretty crazy. I thought for sure I was going to be out, but I figured I would try and make the out going towards home plate with Ricky Henderson in that situation. After the base hit from Kershaw, though, the opponent did go ahead and quit out of that one. I don't blame him. I mean, some things weren't going his way, but there was still a lot of game left in that one. He definitely could have made the comeback. But anyway, in this next one, we are going up against more of a budget team. This opponent has the All-Star Game Luis Castillo on the mound. First time facing that card, and I have one of my favorite pitchers to use, Madison Bumgarner. I think that this card is one of the best pitchers in the game because of how easy he is to control. When I first used this card, I struggled with him a little bit. I didn't really know how to attack with him and pitch successfully with him, but I realized that you really have to mix in all of his pitches. His cutter is his most lethal pitch, along with that slider. If you can use those two pitches off of each other with the curveball and the changeup. His fastball, I mean, I throw it, but I don't really go to it that often. I try and use it to set up some other pitches with that Mad Bum. But to start this game off, I'm sending a line drive with Tony Gwynn to dead center field. That's going to be off the wall for a triple. A leadoff triple is very nice. I mean, I have Willie Mays coming up and Lou Gehrig on deck, so the chances of me scoring this run are pretty high. I was sitting on a pitch over the middle of the plate. He throws a slider. I thought I squared that one up, and I thought it was going to be a no-doubter, but might have got it off a little bit more of the handle of the bat than I was looking to. Nonetheless, it is a sac fly, and Lou Gehrig is up in the next at-bat. He's going to smack a no-doubter out, his first no-doubt home run for the squad. I was also able to hit a home run and a double in his debut game, but it was not a no-doubter. That was a really nice no-doubter animation, kind of leans back on that one. Similar to Stan Musial in last year's game, but Lou Gehrig is smashing that one out for a homer. That's going to bring up Rodgers Hornsby. I'm looking to try and take a couple pitches. First inning, I already have scored 2 runs, so his confidence is down. But Luis Castillo definitely is a good pitcher and can bounce back. He does have pretty good stamina. So I'm trying to see as many pitches as possible in this first inning. I was looking for a fastball there. He throws it, and I smacked it into the gap for a double. George Brett is an absolute beast in this game. Honestly, my best hitter until picking up that Lou Gehrig. I'm not really sure if Lou Gehrig is going to be better for me, but George Brett is absolutely insane. He hits like 380 for me. Half of his hits are extra base hits, and half of those are home runs. So pretty crazy card for the stats that he does have. I mean, he's an all-around third baseman. That's really good. I was able to kind of extend this inning a little bit more with Ricky Henderson knocking one into the gap. I had an opportunity to score 2 more runs on a base hit from Pudge, but I grounded out to shortstop. Definitely a good pitch from the opponent. He threw that one inside, and I was looking for a pitch inside, but I didn't get the barrel of the bat quite to it. I did hit it hard, but right to him. And then the following inning, the opponent is blooping one in with DJ LeMahieu. Definitely a solid contact hitter. That's the player of the month, DJ LeMahieu. Brings up Brendan Rodgers, who I was able to strike out on the changeup outside. I noticed that this opponent was sitting on the cutter inside and the fastballs inside. I wanted to try and mix up all spots of the zone. I mean, throw to all quadrants, up and away to righties, low and away to righties, and use Mad Bum's pitches effectively in that way. Throw the cutter on the outside half, mix it up with the changeup, and use the fastball. But later in this game, Tony Gwynn smacks a double. Willie Mays is going to hit another home run, so that's going to go up by 2 runs. He already had a couple solid hits in this game. They didn't result in hits, but Willie Mays definitely doing the job. And Lou Gehrig is starting up another rally with a double with 1 out. I mean, that's why I really like having this card behind Willie Mays. It gives me some pretty good protection. I'm already hitting with Lou Gehrig better than I have been with Frank Thomas. And George Brett up once again, lines out to the shortstop, hit that ball hard. Definitely could have been a double if it was a little bit of a better launch angle, a little bit higher up over the shortstop's head. But facing the flashback Brian McCann, I don't really see this card too often. He flies out to center field, brings up the top of his lineup in Ronald Acuna. And just like that, I mean, I threw the pitch outside. That probably would have been sent out for a home run if it was inside. He seemed like he was all over that just a little bit early and pulled off a bit and sent it to left field like that. So that's probably how I was able to get that out. Roberto Alomar is smacking a base hit through the right side, bringing up Ricky Henderson. This opponent had been throwing some fastballs inside to righties, so I was sitting on that pitch, 2-1 count. I figured he would go to it. I power swung on that swing with Ricky Henderson, smashing that one into the gap. However, I did get caught after rounding second base. I got caught out there to dry, and Ricky Henderson's tagged out. But Pudge does come around to score. Later on in the next inning, the opponent was starting to get something going at the plate. Got a couple base hits. I think one of them was a bloop from Ketel Marte. He is able to come around and score with the pinch hit from Nolan Arenado. But then after that, I was able to get out of the inning That opponent may have thought that that was his best chance to come back in that game, and then once he didn't, he just decided that he was going to quit out of it. But we do get 2 wins for just simply playing 9 innings, a 4-inning win and a 5-inning win. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm College Lefty, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.